Welcome to holding hands at 30 miles an hour on a wooden track, right? Now, this is a little bit of a sequence of three-way hand holding here happening straight away, straight into some of the hardest bits of Madison. Bit of a review shot, which we're going to have some of these of in this video coming down to change there. So that's my partner who's just come out of shot in the bottom right-hand corner. Going to go straight into a sling there, just in the line, so nice and soft, ready to see the fact that Charlie's going to be holding hands there or doing a Madison change with Tim. Now, we're going to talk about a couple of different things during this video, a couple of different things that are really important to riding Madison on the track. Sequencing is huge. So, see those three there? We should be in a slightly different order here because it is Rainbow, me, and then the white kit. But actually, the resting riders up at the top right-hand side weren't in that order. So Josh did the right thing. He bailed out, did the change a little bit later on. But you'll see there that Charlie's just supporting him a little bit by telling him very kindly that he's made a bit of a mistake and that he's an idiot. No, she didn't say that. But everybody there, super supportive, super friendly to help each other. See that little change there? That's what we would call a long change. So rather than being close together, being able to sling each other nicely and transfer power, they're at a full stretch between their hands. Again, this stuff can happen, right? Changing active to resting rider is quite difficult at high speeds. We're going to see a little chase here. So you'll see that the guy in red is a guy called Michael. He's just flown off the front using a really strong change from his partner. So I've got my partner there, massive sling in. You'll see the adjustment that I've had to make to my body straight into an aero position. Now, Phil is our big reference here. You'll notice my knees are going crazy. It's because we ride a small gear when we're training for Madison. I'm now chasing Stephen because they have changed. You probably saw the red rider down on the Côte d'Azur, which is the light blue, the safety line. There, now, I'm going to chase him. I'm doing maybe best part of 110, 115 RPM here, if not a little bit more to chase him. I can see that he's not going to change yet, and I know what's going to be happening here. We've just seen 3 laps on the board, so both my resting rider, which is Josh, and his resting rider are going to be trying to sling in between 2 and a lap and a half remaining, and then they'll do the final sprint. So there's Josh, and you'll see that transfer of speed that we have there. Now, Josh is a savvy rider, so Stephen and Michael are going to change there. Josh is going to sit right in with a lap to go. He's going to sit on, and he very, very kindly sat right on and just pipped him on the line by a tyre's width, which on a track bike is pretty slim. So a lot of the changes you've seen so far are very active and positive changes. This is a very slow change because we're actually just joining into the line. So that was a little bit more of a just having a bit of a chat with him and just pushing off rather than being thrown or slung in. Now I was on the front there. I'm still an active rider. I've not changed out here, but I am going to sit up. I'm going to sit behind these riders and I'm going to sit back in and get back onto the line. We do some work behind a derny, which you'll see just coming down here with the orange helmet. If you're not familiar with a derny on track, dernies are little motorbikes, I think they're 1-pot or 2-pot engines. They work in a funny way where they have a throttle, but they've also got pedals as well. And I'm not a derny pilot, right? I know that they stink. I know that they're fun to sit behind. And we actually sit behind them, not just because it's faster, but because it's easier as well. It means that nobody has to work on the front. So when we have a small Madison session like this, where we're all on a small gear, because that's prescribed, we can just actively work together to train, to practice, because riding Madison is like riding chess on wheels, but more like 4-dimensional chess, like in the Big Bang Theory, right? Because if a road race is like chess on wheels, then this is like 4D chess, because there's so much to think about as well as then also racing. Top example being here that when we were in the line, I was riding with this red rider here. So it's good if we then rest together, because that means that I can cover him off. This is who we were chasing earlier on. So I want to be with him at all times, because if he goes, the big change, which that was, then I can go as well with a big change. You'll also notice that the way that we move around riders is really important in Madison. If we get that wrong, then actually it can cause a bit of carnage, because one rider's going to slow right down and the outside rider is going to speed up. So it's all about learning those base skills, which is what these training sessions are for. Now, you'll see here that we've got some real speed on behind the derny. We've got a real pace on. See my little knees flapping around like crazy. I've got no speed sensor on my track bike, unfortunately, although I'm looking to get one for the future. races. You'll see that we're really moving here. I've not slowed down all that much, although there is a real transfer of speed when you sling, but I haven't slowed down too much, and the derny is gone, right? It's really, really gone there, and I'm sat on that 44 degree banking at Derby Arena. So this is the shot from the rear-facing GoPro, and you'll see there's just a little sling, and you'll see that the guy in red there moved up. And what the guy in white should have done is actually sat just behind him, but actually he went right up, and you can see that's actually created a little bit of a gap for him. He's done it again there. He's created himself a big gap that he's then got to rush into. But you'll see that the guy in red, who is about to, I think about having a bit of a go and having a bit of an attack. Yeah, look at him. He's on his drops there, right? But I'm going to get slung in. And you see that, and they go, oh, he's giving us a little wave there, right? That's nice. So we're back in the line. The derny has left us now, but this is only 1 or 2 laps later. Just took a sling in then from Josh, so you probably would have seen that speed difference of me dropping down, and then the sling just speeds me up just enough. See, I knew he was going to attack, and off he goes, right? So that's the Madison. Try it out if you've never ridden track before. If you've got some strong legs, or you just like a ride on the bike, then try out track because it is a hell of a lot of fun. I'll be doing a couple of different videos on track disciplines over the next couple of months. So hit me a subscribe, hit a like, follow my Instagram, Low Watts High Ambitions. Thank you very much for watching.